everybody, welcome back to my Let's Play. So right now I'm actually getting into some actual gameplay, which is pretty sweet. So I'm just kind of following along with Tess. Man, how about that intro, huh?
Looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
They really just kind of hit the ground running with this game. No kidding. Alright. I mean, what can I say?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's been quiet. No signs of military or infected.
That's what I like to hear.
Like I said, I'm gonna try to avoid speaking over most of the dialogue. It'll be...
Joel, give me a hand with this.
There'll be some times where I'm gonna miss. You know, I might talk over something, but I'll try to spare you guys that as much as possible. So.
Oh, God, this place reeks. I need to watch what they throw away down here. There be light. Let's grab our
First,
gear.
what should I say? But you guys probably know, those of you that really follow voice actors more than I, you'll know that Joel is voiced by Troy Baker, big voice actor. He also voiced,
Still here from last time.
coincidentally, Vincent Brooks, I think was his name, and Catherine, which is another game I played. And he also voiced Jake from Resident Evil 6, which is a Let's Play that I'm gonna do eventually. Definitely not high on my list, to be honest. Resident Evil 6, you guys know how I feel about those games. Alright, so... And I do apologize before... I'm gonna apologize beforehand and kind of forewarn you guys that there will be times where I'm kind of not sure where to go, because the way's not terribly obvious to me, at least to me. But thankfully the game does a very good job of kind of having dialogue where the character will say, oh, it's this way, oh, you need to come this way. I guess the game knows me very well, which is pretty cool.
Come on.
So yeah, I always kind of take a little while getting accustomed to the controls for any game, especially a game like this, kind of a modern game. So you'll see me adjusting in the next few videos or so. One thing I do have to say, the graphics are really amazing in this game.
That a trick question?
But again, keep in mind, this is coming from someone who doesn't play a lot of modern games, so it's just kind of like, ooh, pretty, droll.
Well, I am the romantic type.
You got your ways.
So, another thing that I'm gonna be pointing it out throughout this Let's Play is the music.
Where's the ladder?
Oh my gosh, the
Gotta be
music is
around here
amazing
somewhere.
in this game. It had an interesting experience one time where I was, for those of you that are familiar with Spotify, you know that app that you know, it's a music app. I was doing some work one time. I was writing a paper, you know, at the last minute, like I always do. And there's Tess with the save again, helping me out.
Got it.
I think I honestly would not have seen it if she wouldn't have pointed it out. But anyway, I was working on a paper, and I had this playlist. Spotify has kind of prearranged playlists depending on what you want.
Ladies first.
So,
Lady.
so they must. They one of the playlists that they have is for focus, like specifically music specifically geared to kind of be in the background for you to focus on whatever task you're doing. Let me tell you something. That is one of my favorite playlists. I used to be kind of like a very, how do you?
He better.
Once we get
Oh, okay.
back, it should be easy to unload.
Usually the dark areas with this kind of like mold thing.
Hold up. Spores.
There you go. You're gonna see him put on the mask. So this is where enemies usually are. If you saw in the intro, in my first video, you'll see that it's a fungus that caused this problem.
The place was clear last time.
Coming out of something.
Disaster, really. So anyway, I was writing a paper, and I had the focus music on, and this...
There's our culprit.
Ah.
body's not that old.
The
Better keep your eyes and ears open.
the song comes on, and I remember it was incredibly striking. I wasn't looking. I had it on my computer, and I was doing my paper, so I couldn't see what the song was at the moment. But then as soon as I go to Spotify, because I'm like, wow, this song's really haunting. That's the word that I want to use. I realized that it was actually from this game. They had some. Ooh. Oh gosh, this guy.
My mask broke.
Oh, his mask broke.
Don't leave me to turn.
Poor bastard.
Oh boy. I felt like that was the most humane thing to do, so I decided to shoot him. So apparently you can turn by breathing the spores in, and also by getting bitten, I think. So that's an interesting. I always like how every, I'll just say, zombie video game or movie or TV show has kind of a different spin on this classic sort of notion about how do people get infected, how do people turn into these creatures. So I don't, as far as I know, I haven't really come across any other zombie themed thing. Oh boy. Zombie themed thing, whether it's a movie or a game or whatever, that has a fungus. Resident Evil is about the viruses, and I'm sure there's some that are bacteria. But a fungus, maybe. Okay, so what I'm using right here is a listen mode. I don't think that mode is activated. Oh boy. Yeah, in case you guys weren't abundantly aware, I'm not very good at stealth, so you're gonna see me do this a lot. I mean, it's not the end all. I mean, what am I saying? It's, it doesn't automatically result in a death, but most of the time this game kind of encourages you to take a stealthy route. And most of the time I try. Believe me, my heart's in the right place, but what's the saying? The mind's willing, but the body does. But the body can't follow. Okay. Well, thankfully that wasn't too bad. I guess that was kind of the intro
Back into the city.
to the battle mode, if you will. So, what I was trying to do was sneak up on that enemy, and you're gonna see there's different types, and you have to adjust your approach according to whatever type you're dealing with. So that's the basic type, the runner, or whatever they call it. Alright, so right there what I picked up was something that heals you immediately. So you can heal yourself by eating something, or you can heal yourself by having health packs. You can make health packs, or sometimes the characters that are with you will give them to you if they feel like you need them, which is kind of nice. I would presume that on the harder difficulties they don't give you as many, which would make sense. So thankfully this area is clear. And most of the time what I've come to see here in this game, and I'm doing this commentary post gameplay, so that is, I'm not commenting as I'm playing, and I'm commenting after the fact. So I kind of played a little bit further ahead, and I've noticed that the characters, kind of your support characters, whether it's Tess for example here, and you'll see others later, they'll usually kind of signal you and tell you when an area is clear, but through some dialogue. Alright, so I really can't read that. You can zoom in on it to look at the pretty handwriting, but there you go. Hey brother, we're so close. Blah blah blah. I'll let you guys read. Ooh, we're all infected. Yikes. So I'm presuming one of the people that was infected here was the one who wrote this note, which is a shame.
They got infected trying to sneak into the zone.
As much as everyone complains about it, got all these poor bastards wishing they were living on the inside.
I'm still trying to piece together the different, I don't know if they're called factions or just different groups of people. It always seems like whenever you have a game or a movie about the apocalypse, it doesn't just have to be about zombies either. There's always some division among people. You have people that
Hey, they weren't expired, that'd be a good idea.
you have people that were, you know, kind of attempting to keep some semblance of organization, like some government type of thing.
Through here.
And then you have people that rebel against it, people that just didn't fit in.
I got it.
So they're the outsiders. So I always found that pretty fascinating. And I think that that's exactly what would happen, you know, in real life. So let me see here. Where are we going? I don't know. Oh! Random fact of the day. Random TIL.
Plank fell down.
I guess I'll go get it then. TIL being today I learned.
Okay.
And this kind of blew my mind. But apparently, you know Chad Coleman, who is the actor who plays Tyrese in The Walking Dead? Apparently he did the voice for Coach in Left 4 Dead 2, which really blew my mind. I don't know about you guys, but every time I go on IMDb, I just ran. What I like to do
I think I can handle it.
is I kind of like to go on IMDb and play this little game where I basically just see where I wind up. So I'll start with like a TV show or a particular actor or actress, and then I'll see what he or she was on. Let's say if I'm starting with an actor, and then I'll click on somebody else. I'll just kind of keep going just to see where I wind up. It's sort of one of those like what do you call it? 6 degrees of separation,
Make sure there ain't any soldiers around.
but you know, on the internet and
It's clear.
through a website. So I don't know how the hell I wound up getting to find out that Tyrese was Tyrese was Coach in Left 4 Dead 2, which is an awesome game, by the way. Back in the day, oh my gosh, that was like the main game that I played.
That ammo.
The only thing that, I mean, I loved it, and I haven't played it in a little while, but definitely want to play it. But the only issue is that the online community is not the greatest.
Make sure the coast is clear. No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
The online community is not the greatest. There was one time where I got kicked out. Like, you can basically vote to kick people out of a lobby. It's 4 people in your lobby, and you can vote to kick.
Come on.
To kick a member of your team out, and I understand why they did that. Because
Hey, Tex. Pretty lady, how you doing today? I heard you
Not
got
right
some
now,
work.
Terrence.
No, it's good. Look,
Not now.
so with Left 4 Dead,
Okay.
the issue is it's a very team-based game. So you really kind of need all 4 people.
You touch it,
You really kind of need all 4 people together, making a concerted effort for you to survive, for you to win, if you're competing with another team, for example. Especially that. And so I understand that.
Malik, sit back down.
Oh, sorry, Tess. Didn't realize you two were together. Go ahead.
Okay, what was the point of that? Great.
Who's that?
An old headache. Don't ask.
So I get it, because the idea is that, for example, if you're playing as the survivors, the goal is to get from one save room to the next.
I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. He went back to the wharf. He's there now.
Okay, so let's go get this guy. So, with Left 4 Dead, your goal is to get from one save room to the next if you're the survivors, and the idea is that you have to get all 4 people into the room, except if somebody died, then it's fine. Whoever survives winds up going to the save room.
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Oh, Jesus. Nice.
You ready?
Yeah.
I'll cover you.
Okay.
Get the angle on them.
Yes, you do fight humans as well, in addition to those infected. And that's what I like about this game, that it changes it up. But interestingly enough, and you're gonna see this in my upcoming videos, in my experience at least, I've found that the humans are actually a lot more stupid than the infected. Which is really weird. Alright, so this dude... Oh boy. Could have had a headshot, but you know me. You know that sway, I should say. I think when the circle looks like a sun, basically, which you saw with that last shot, I think that means I got a headshot or a death shot, whatever. Something like that. I don't know. I think that's what that means.
Nicely done, Texas.
You too. How the hell did he get all these guys?
If Robert's good at one thing, it's writing blank checks.
Okay. So that was not too bad. That did definitely have some Uncharted vibes. There was one part in Uncharted, I mean, I remember vaguely some parts of it because I only played a few. I didn't beat the game,
Your hand.
and it's been a while since I played it, but I remember one part kind of reminds me. That action sequence right there reminded me of one part in Uncharted. So, oh man, Left 4 Dead. Oh my gosh, now I'm in the mood to play that game. Like, that's really crazy. Like I said, I had my fun with it. But both the first and the second game, I really like both games a lot. I mean, certainly the second game has more infected, more different types of infected enemies, so that's kind of cool.
More of Robert's guys.
How do you know they're coming?
See him.
2 of our guys died trying to take Tess out. I guarantee that she and Joel are on their way here right now to get Robert.
Jesus. We shouldn't have taken this job.
Not our call. Let's
Nice
spread out
quiet,
and make sure no
Texas.
one's creeping around in here.
Okay, so here's the game's subtle way of saying stealth. Alright, let's see if I can... Oh, okay, Tess. Nice one. Let me see if I can get this guy.
Move up. Move up.
Hopefully he's the only enemy around. That's always the problem that I have with games like this, is I can never tell if there's other enemies around. Alright. Okay, that's not too bad. What you don't actually see here is me trying to mash on my controller and drag the enemy to like a box or something like that. That's my experience with Hitman. Is there an enemy? Oh my gosh, I did not realize there were more enemies in there. Okay, let's see. I think there's at least 2 guys in here. I'm seeing one guy right here with a hood.
I meant to tell you, I was down on Jordan Street.
They're talking.
Soldiers showed up with a group of about 5
One
or 6,
other guy.
all in handcuffs.
Maybe 2 or 3, I'm not sure.
Fireflies.
But, I mean, as hard as the stealth is in this game, it is so satisfying. It really is. Just going up behind an enemy. Because this game, what you'll see is this game actually caps how much ammo you can carry. You can't hoard ammo. Believe me, I've tried. And have been unsuccessful in that. No, the game kind of forces you to be very strategic in your kills, which I like. Because if I would have been able to hoard the ammo like I was trying to, the game would have been much easier. So I see what you're doing, Naughty Dog, and that's fine with me. I'm alright with that. Oh boy. Okay. That worked out beautifully, but don't get used to that, guys. Alright, sweet. We got a key, so we're gonna keep going.
Let's search the area.
I don't know, does Uncharted, for those of you that have played Uncharted, does Uncharted also encourage stealth? My guess would be yes. The idea here is that you're pretty much limited to your backpack, so, you know, you can't really carry around too much anyway, so not just gameplay-wise, but also story-wise, it makes sense. Okay, now, what I always like to do is I always like to kind of search around the area. You're low on ammo. Look to other strategies to survive. Okay. So, I just picked up a bottle. I just picked up a bottle here, and you can usually pick up bottles or bricks, and you can use those to distract enemies, to draw enemies to certain areas. So I'm going to try to employ that as best as I can. This area is going to be a little tough because I don't know how many enemies there are. One other thing I do like about this game is that, and I can't how do I explain in words? There's a sound that you hear, and it becomes more and more amplified the more visible you are to enemies. It's almost, and the way I like to describe it is, it's almost like the sound of, if Goosebumps could make a sound, that's the sound that it would make. Oh crap, that's not where I want it. Oh boy. Okay, so stealth is out the window pretty much right here. It's because I popped up by mistake. I didn't mean to pop up. Alright, there's another guy. Okay. At least, like I said, at least for now the game's kind of forgiving, so I can sort of get away with it now, but I have to be very careful as the game progresses. Okay, where's this guy? Okay, I don't want to run to him because the enemies can melee you like crazy, and that can be somewhat annoying. Alright, so he's dead. But don't worry, there's plenty more. Alright, I thought that was a safe. It looked, I don't know, it looked like a safe to me. But there are saves around throughout the game, and you have to find combinations for them. And usually there's like a lot of goodies in there, like, I don't know if it's ammo, but material, also certainly materials to make different things, and the crafting of different items like Molotov cocktails, etc. really is very helpful. So you're gonna see me try to do that as much as I can. Oh boy. God. Oh, I think he saw me. And I think he retreated. He ran back inside. Okay. I'm gonna kind of hang out here for just a second just to see if he's gonna come back out. I don't think he will. So let me just, I'm gonna carefully go this way just to see if there's any enemies in here. I don't think so though. There's gonna be multiple enemies in that bigger structure, so I have to be a little strategic. They are alerted, and they're going to be alerted until I kill them, which is definitely Metal Gear Solid-esque, and I like that too. That's another game, challenging as all hell, but I love it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and figure out how to enter this warehouse. Oh boy, there's a guy there. Is he coming out? Yeah, I thought for sure he would be coming out with his trajectory there. Alright, but I'm thinking I'm gonna go up the stairs and enter from the second floor. I think that might be a little bit better for me. So I'll go ahead and end the video right here, but I'll be back next time.